I can't afford it. I bet you've said that before. I used to say it all the time. In fact, I think I grew up hearing, we can't afford it, that's too expensive. It's something that you just immediately say when you recognize there's something in front of you that you think is beyond your reach. That's what we're talking about today on day 27 of the Businesswoman Who Creates Time. I'm Rachel Evans. I've been with you here for all 27 of these days of 30 because we're doing a reset over this Christmas New Year period, and we're going through many facets of your world as a businesswoman, as someone who's running a household, possibly with children and partner in there as well, maybe some pets and plants. Whatever your dynamic is, we've been digging into things like money beliefs, into profit, into systems, all kinds of stuff that could be holding you up, could be bottlenecking you, that we can release, even just in part, in order to help you have your best year in business and in life in 2026 or whenever you come to this video. So let's get back to our topic for today called I Can't Afford It. I want to talk about this because I can actually pinpoint the year almost down to the day where someone shared with me a mindset reframe around I can't afford it. And the outcome was that up until that point, it had taken 6 years, over 6 years, but not quite 7, for me to generate my first $1 million year in my coaching business. But when someone shared this reframe with me, the second $1 million, my first $2 million year, came only 10 months later. Wild, right? But this is the difference that mindset and positive mindset can play, not just in your life, but in your business as well. And I want to be really clear here. It's not just about saying an affirmation. It's actually about slowing down enough to think about what the affirmation actually wants you to do. We can write down a whole bunch of positive stuff on a page, but if we go away and we never think about it again, it's unlikely the change we want to see is actually going to occur anytime soon. Positive affirmations and manifesting are about changing the way we view things so that we will take different action. So, how did I go from 6.5 years to make my first $1 million year in my coaching business to doing a $2 million turnover only 10 months later? As I said, I used to say I can't afford it all the time. Whenever something was presented to me and it was beyond what I believed my physical, financial capabilities were at the time. Instead, I started saying something different, and I had to catch myself 1,000,000 times from falling into the I can't afford it default. But I have it written down. Instead of I can't afford it, I say wealth comes to me easily and it's always around. That was it. Now, like I said, I had to catch the I can't afford it a gazillion times, but when I did, I would say cancel that. Wealth comes to me easily and it's always around. That was it for me. Might be slightly different for you. So when you say I can't afford it, you immediately dismiss the possibility of accessing the opportunity. Now, if the opportunity that you're immediately saying no to is absolutely ludicrously beyond where you're at right now. So let's say you're not yet a six-figure business in whatever you're doing, and you're trying to get a bank loan for a property worth $50 million, you're probably right in saying, I can't afford that. But forever? No, not if that's one of your heart's deep desires, one of your true wants. And if something like that was a true want of yours, go back to my video from 2 days ago to do the wants exercise. I highly recommend it. Take you about 8 minutes. The circumstances that I was using this affirmation in are what helped me say yes to something and figure out how to get it done, how to pay for it, that I would normally have said no to, which opened me up to the opportunities, which allowed me to double my revenue in 10 months. Now, I have a coaching business where if you keep everything under control, the margins are quite high. So yes, if you're wondering, the profit on that was really good. So not I can't afford it. That shuts everything down and removes you from access to the opportunity that's in front of you. But when you switch it around to wealth comes to me easily, it's always around, you have the opportunity to think, okay, what could I do to produce the income that would allow me to afford X? In this case, for me, it was the opportunity to work with the coach whose strategies I was able to implement for marketing that doubled the revenue of our business in 10 months. And the reason I initially thought I couldn't afford it is because I was still in another coaching program. But when you start to flip the mindset, even if you think the old one first and you've got to go, cancel that. Wealth comes to me easily and it's always around. And feel that, what does this mean? I've got to do something differently. Okay, how would I approach it differently? The universe reshuffled itself for me. And while for a couple of months there were double payments and it was a bit tighter, I had immediate increase in cash flow because of a few tweaks I was able to make to our marketing, and that changed the game. So 6.5 years to the first $1 million year, and then only 10 months later, a $2 million turnover was achieved. Because I stopped saying I couldn't afford it and started thinking about how I could. Now, you might just think that's woo-woo garbage, except when I look back at all the pivotal points of the last 8 years to see where income has grown substantially or where it hasn't, and I think about the mindset, or I catch myself with a default ego response that shuts me off from the opportunity. So if I said to you, yes, we can work together, it's $2,000 a month, and your brain immediately goes, I can't afford that, you've shut yourself off from the opportunity. You won't think about it again. If you say that a lot, then you're creating that circumstance over and over and over again because you're not allowing yourself to be open to being shown another way. And that's really what I want you to walk away from this video with. The understanding that if we practice catching ourselves with our poverty thoughts, which is what they are, I can't afford that, and you may have grown up hearing that, or you may be in a social circle where you often hear that, you can cancel that thought and you can choose again. And the more you choose again, the more likely you are to spend the time thinking about how you might be able to achieve that thing. You will research in different ways. You will watch different things. You will listen to different things. You will read different things. You will have different conversations. I guarantee it. So, what's that default thought you have that is blocking you from accessing the next level of business and of yourself? Feel free to let me know in the comments. And if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow.